Powerful and provocative, prophetic and practical,
Have you ever found yourself?
Are you dating for that person?
informative and
I feel
inspirational.
every bit of it. Like, I'm not trying to waste my time.
How you gonna do better if you don't know what better looks like? I do. Come on, let's talk about it with me, the mind massager. Right, Mike. Good. Okay. Everything is set, and we're ready to roll. Come on in the room and share this thing. Share this thing. Go for intellectual stew. All right. Come on, correct one. Trying to stop the music, but my okay, we go. All right, what's up? What it do? Time for another episode of the Intellectual Stew. Yours truly, James Kirkland, James K, aka the Mind Massager. Listen, if you are listening, number one, when you come in, let me know where you're listening from, and number two, if you don't mind, share this thread. Let somebody know that the Intellectual Stew is on. So come on in the room, say hi, say hello, and let's get ready to get this thing started. On Saturday night, Saturday afternoon, I was contacted by my good friend Coy London, and she had an issue. And I ain't gonna lie, when she first shared her issue with me, I kind of felt guilty. I didn't want to be a part of some things stay between family, so you try to stay out of those things. And but the more I thought about it, and I heard Coy's heart, I decided to give voice to her cry. And she came in and we talked about when mothers and daughters collide, and there are collisions that happen from time to time. So Coy came in and hold on, I wanted to do this right quick. Let me catch up. I'm a little behind, y'all. Hold on. I wanted to do this real fast. Maybe hold on, I got it already, I think. Let me see if I got it. Coy, she was in the room. Okay, she left on. I thought she disappeared on me right when I get ready to call her on. She wants to disappear. But let me get Coy up. What's up, Coy?
Hey, y'all.
Why you disappear right when I was getting ready to call you? You did that on purpose. And where are you now? I don't see you. Go out and come back in. If there you are. What you doing?
Hey, I'm trying to fix my Bluetooth, but it's not working. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you fine.
Okay.
I can hear you fine. I couldn't see you for a moment there. So fixing your Bluetooth mess with your video.
Yeah. I had to connect it.
I hear you. I hear you. So we're gonna part two it tonight, Coy. You brought out some interesting concerns. You've been villainized on one hand, people that would say how could she talk like that about her mama. One person texted me and said, "You mean she ain't?" I'm gonna tell you what the person told me. It was a man. It was a man, so I expect that. But he said, "Man, you mean to tell me she ain't have nothing good to say about her mama?" And I said, "Well, that's her story, Doc." I said, "And I've witnessed part of it." So, I ain't mean to send it to you. I was trying to send it to somebody else, Coy. But who was I trying to send it to? I forgot. But anyway, yeah, that's what they said. So this is what, yeah, those that are coming in. I'm trying to give people time to come in. Come on, Coy, go ahead and introduce yourself again. I'm trying to do it. Go ahead.
No. Hey, guys, I'm Coy London.
Oh, Lord, she's so crazy.
Here because I had a confrontation with my mother. It's not something that's rare though. So, I just had to vent a little bit, but also, I don't understand the behavior. But being on the show the other night, some of the audience did kind of have valid questions and kind of alerted me to things that could have been, or, whatever her issue was or is. They kind of alerted me, and I'm like, you know what? It brought back different conversations I had with my sister. Before, and I didn't want to accept certain things, different conversations my sister brought certain things to my attention, and the audience was doing that the other night also. So it was just like, ding, 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 ding. You know what? My sister was probably right,
And let's set the stage for those that are coming in that don't know. What the comprehensive overall takeaway is that as an adult, you have the right to set boundaries, and sometimes people think they can cross those boundaries because they have a parental nature. But when the parental nature contradicts or opposes peace, at that point, that has to be, you have to put yourself first. And I get it where so the conversation really, really stemmed and got real kind of heated because, can I tell them, Coy?
Yeah, go ahead and tell them again, James. Hey.
Put her mama out her car. And when she put her mama out of the car, and the reason she put her out because the mama was being disrespectful. Now, Coy asked me to share this video, so I got it. So I'm gonna go ahead and share the video. Coy,
before the video, though, let's just kind of explain it.
Okay, go ahead.
The video was only taken after the 911 call, because prior to the 911 call, I warned her a couple times. I said, hey, if you don't discontinue your behavior in my vehicle, upside my head, talking crazy to me in my vehicle, like I'm driving you somewhere, you're going to be removed. You're going to have to get out. And she continued. So I gave her 3 warnings, and she continued. So I politely pulled over. I said, hey, you got to get out of the vehicle. Make me get out. Okay. I'm not going to be the one to make you get out, but the police will. So I called the police, and I was talking to the person on the line, and the 911 operator was like, okay, because my mom kept going and going and going. So once I got off the phone with the operator, I started recording, and this is what I recorded.
All right, you ready for me to play it now? Let me play it.
Let niggas do you any kind of way. You do that mess all the time. Quick to put me out your house and out your car. You just wait. That's when shit always happening to you. You ain't gonna never have no good luck.
I rebuke
you gonna be
that.
already spending.
I
you gonna be
rebuke
always
that.
spending money, honey.
I rebuke
you gonna
that.
be always
I
spending
rebuke
money.
that. I don't always spend money now.
Money. You gonna be always spending money.
You need to get out of my car.
You gonna be always spending
You
money.
need to get out of my car. No, you're
gonna
be always spending money. Get out of my vehicle.
You gonna be always spending money.
You so disrespectful.
More than that gonna happen.
Nothing's gonna happen to me.
See,
I rebuke that.
You can't rebuke nothing. You can't rebuke nothing.
Get out of my
You can't
vehicle.
do nothing.
Get out of my vehicle.
When the police come, tell me to
Get out of my vehicle.
When the police come.
Get out of my vehicle.
I'm waiting on the police.
You don't have to. You can get out of my
I'm
vehicle.
waiting on the police.
You just rude.
I'm waiting on the police.
Well, wait on the police.
I am.
They coming to get you.
Well, let them come. I ain't mad about it.
Well, why aren't you getting out?
I'm waiting on the police.
Okay, you just don't know how to be quiet in people's
I'm waiting on the police. You let everybody else do you like an ass. Like Brandon come back to the house and stay in your house after he done hit you in the mouth. Shit like that. That'd have been me. I'd have been out of that bitch that same day.
Well, you getting out right now.
Yeah, we'll see.
We will.
I just want to come to your house and get my shit.
I'll have somebody get your stuff.
No, I'm coming to the house and get my stuff.
you're
I
not.
tell the police he can go with me.
I don't care.
I want to get my stuff out your house. Sure do. I ain't mad at you, honey.
Thank God.
Yeah.
You don't have a reason to be
I
mad at me.
I just can't wait till I get my money.
Okay, good.
Yeah. We
Hi.
ain't doing fine because she trying to put me out her car, and I'm an elder, I'm her mother, and I need to go to her house if she trying to put me out and let me get my things.
Okay. You finished?
All right. So that's what precipitated you, where the police coming and expelling or kicking, well, basically, lack of a better term, you kicking your mama out your car.
Yes. She got herself kicked out, really, you know. And so when I was recording, I was thinking, why would a mother speak such ill will on their own child? This gonna happen to you. You gonna keep spending money. Like, I don't understand that behavior. I don't understand what she's trying to say. And you know, I'm like, I rebuke all of that. You know, you don't speak things on people. It's just, it's a weird situation. It's like she wants something bad to happen to her child, you know?
Yeah. And you know, like I said, you were kind of villainized. And those that are listening in the chat, you know, well, y'all join in the conversation, because some of y'all, one of the questions we asked the other night, and I'll go ahead and ask you all as well. In fact, let me put the question up right quick. If where is it at? If your mother was acting up in your home, would you ask her to leave? Those that are in the chat, first of all, y'all haven't spoken yet. Please speak. Say hello, say hi, say cat, say dog. Cool, I can't hear you if you're talking. Say cat, say dog, say boo, say something, say hello. Let us know you're listening. This is the first part of the conversation. At the top of the hour, we're going to have our special guest, Pastor Long, and we're going to talk about has the church become too worldly, based on a viral video that happened at his church on yesterday. So that conversation is going to take place at 9. But the first part of this conversation is when mothers and daughters collide. Coy has told her story about issues she's had with her mother. Hey, baby. She's had with her mother. And it culminated, well, it I guess crescendo the other day, until it getting real disrespectful with one another, and Coy had to ask her mama to get out the car. Now, I did notice something during that video and that interaction, Coy. There was a lot of cussing going on, but it really wasn't from your side.
Yeah, I don't do it.
You don't cuss in front of your mama? Do you cuss in front of your mama?
You know what, I have before,
Okay.
but I'm just not a person that like to get rowdy, and I just feel like you can use different words, a better vocabulary to express yourself.
Uh-huh.
People get mad and they like to curse people out. That's what some people do. That's their thing. And so for me, I don't want to be around that behavior. My anxiety too high for that. I can't deal with that.
Well, she said some deep things, though. She's told you ain't nothing good gonna happen to you, and I mean, she sound like Miss Seeley and on Color Purple when they start putting the finger out in front of, you know, that. Yeah, we did it at the same time. But so I mean, she started putting some curses. So that's some deep rooted something. I don't, you know, based on our conversation the other night, we said it was a spirit of jealousy, but Lord, here he go again. But it's some deep-rooted jealousy or something. I don't know. You tell me what's going on. And Jarvis said you're speaking with your eyes. What does that mean?
My daughter, we were having a conversation in the office today, my oldest, who's 21, and different things have taken place throughout the years, and not just to me, to different people, and
Mm-hmm.
confirm that spirit of jealousy. So it's a spirit when it's not just, it's not isolated.
You hear echo? Yeah, absolutely.
Not like, oh, well, she's just jealous of me. No, it's not that. There's certain things that I have. I can have a conversation with my dad, and she's around, she gets an attitude. Or I can even post something about my dad, and she'll see it, and her whole um, exchange with me would be negative, you know.
Mm.
Or she'll say, make small comments, you know. And so it's not just that, even with people around me, people that come around me, like I told you about the exchange student, you know, if I help somebody, she'll have something to say. It's just weird. But her thing is, some of the time she'll say, oh, I'm protecting my child because you my child. I don't need your protection. I'm good. I'm good. Nobody can take advantage of me, you know. I'm doing things out of the kindness of my heart for me. It ain't got nothing to do with the other person. Now, if they're doing it for another reason, that's between them and God. But I'm going to do what I feel like I need to do and I want to do, you know.
Do you think she's looking at 44-year-old Coy or 4-year-old Coy or 14-year-old Coy?
I don't think she's looking at 44 adult Koi at all.
Yeah, you gotta, you gotta go.
No.
Oh, okay. Oh, I ain't see that. I saw a flash. But so you, so is it the not letting you grow up, or I mean, I don't know, because I heard her say, I'm the mama. I'm the mama. You know what I'm saying? I'm her mama. And there's I think that we had a show a few weeks ago. We talked about respect. You know what I'm saying? And we said that we asked the question, should respect be earned, or you know what I'm saying, or people should you just be given freely? You know what I'm saying? And I think that there's a certain level of respect that a person deserves, just for, human, being a human being. You know what I'm saying? I have. Yo, what's wrong with your sound? Your
I,
sound is you
is
going
it
in. It's going in and out.
mm, I'll try to keep going.
Okay. But what was I saying? Oh yeah, so certain respect, that's yeah, respect that's is earned, some respect is deserved, yeah, earned. I mean, my thing is, just because a person hadn't earned your respect doesn't mean they've earned your disrespect either, right? You know what I'm saying? So there's just as a human being, a person deserves. Do you feel like she respects you?
Absolutely not.
Or do you feel like she feels like you don't respect her? Coy is having technical difficulties, so when she comes back, we're gonna table that question for. There you go. Okay.
So I feel like she doesn't respect me, and she always says I don't respect her. She always make that comment after we've had a disagreement and I defend myself from her behavior.
That's
So
when you don't
instead of
respect
her
her.
looking at the um, the beginning of the issue, she looks at the end of me responding to how she's behaving with me. And her thing is, you disrespectful. You need to learn how to respect me. I'm just like, I'm not going to take anything from anyone. It's um, it's one of those things, James, where she, I guess the way she was raised, her mother could do anything to them, and
Hmm.
they would be quiet, not respond, and just accept it. For me, I'm not the person that's going to be quiet and accept any kind of abuse. I'm going to respond to it, you know?
Yeah.
And also, I look at it like this: if there's a woman that I'm dealing with and that woman is behaving like my mother behaves with me sometimes, I will cut all ties to that woman. I will not be in the same room with that woman. I will
Hmm.
not deal with a woman. A woman like my mother, I would never be friends with or deal with a woman who has that mentality and who behaves that way. So
Hmm.
why do I have to deal with her just because she's my mother? I have to distance myself, you know? And so for the people that are like, well,
she's just disrespectful to her mom. She shouldn't say those things about her mother. Let's remove mother from it, from the conversation, from the equation, and then you tell me whether or not you would deal with somebody that's being abusive towards you.
Yeah. Now I did like I said, I had yeah, and those in the chat, y'all say hello. Say, let me know where y'all are listening from. Say, I mean, let me know where you're listening from. Say hello, anything. But we go, and some of y'all might be going through some of the same things. A lot of people on Saturday night, believe it or not, we're going through a lot of the same things that Coy has gone through. And we specifically left this conversation, or restricted this conversation to daughters and mothers. And part of that is based on something that I heard a couple of weeks ago here on the show when they had a gentleman on, Mr. Dwayne Dwyer. He said that mothers train their daughters but nurture their sons. And sometimes training is tough. Sometimes, you know, you got tough love, and that training, everybody doesn't respond well to training. And because they don't respond well, when they get older, they rebel, you know, different way. And then some people, because they're in an authoritative position, you know, I told somebody something one time. I was on one of my lives. I said, you know, part of parenting is allowing your child to choose, and then being comfortable with their choice, and then being creative enough. I ain't gonna be able to say this again. And then being creative enough to cultivate that choice. But see, some people and some parents can only take you as far, or they feel like they can only take you as far as they've ever been. So they might, they might not see the future for you the way you see it, because they've never seen it, right? And because they've never seen it, they put limitations on you because they really can't see it. That wasn't even part of the. Y'all, please share this and like this live, please. I mean, I see some of y'all are coming in. I see 21 people looking, but only one has liked it. Can somebody like it or love it and then share it? And I promise we'll make this conversation good. So I mean, my child, for instance, Trey played baseball. Baseball is expensive. I never played. My parents never let me try it. I tried out. I played in high school one year, but I was horrible. I couldn't play. I was just on the team to run base, and I never even got a chance to do that. I sucked. But my son was really, really, really good at it. And I made sure I invested in that. You know what I'm saying? I let him choose, and then I was creative enough to cultivate the choice. You feel what I'm saying? And the things that you picked up, yeah, that's the Coy London right there, back on the intellectual stew. That's what Avery talking to you. But you've reached a pinnacle. You've achieved so much success that she probably couldn't have even imagined. And then here you are flying her, you know, till you put her on the bus the other night. That was funny. I ain't gonna lie to you. That was horrible. She put, like y'all, Coy said, normally she put on a plane, but last week she told me to teach her a lesson. She put her mama on the bus. Now I had one question: was it the mega bus or Greyhound? Because I was concerned if she put on mega bus, then her mama might have had to go up them stairs on the bus, because you know they got the top level and the lower level on the mega. But anyway, so
you ate up, man. I tell you.
But you doing all of that could have created resentment, guilt. It could have created guilt because she wasn't able to supply, you know, because there's a level of, and then like you said, she was pregnant at 16, and she wasn't accepted. You know what I'm saying? And was she ever enough? It's a lot to unpack. But at the end of the day, it does not excuse the behavior. And at the end of the day, anybody listening should understand this. And please, ma'am, please, sir, whoever's listening, don't ever, please know how to set up boundaries. Because above all, you got to protect your peace, right? And that's all. And Coy, I think that's all you're saying, correct?
That's all I'm saying, you know. Whew, yeah, that's all I'm saying, James. You have to protect your peace, even if it means putting your mother out of your vehicle on the side of the road. She's so silly. But James, you know, I did.
Hold on, I gotta repent, because I feel. Pray God, I'm sorry, Lord. This is her.
I did.
Lord, this is her.
I did.
This
I
ain't me.
did
This is
warn her.
her. My mama. I ain't put my mama out. I wouldn't put my mama out. I'd have got out first.
So,
I would
you
have
know,
got
the
out
funny
first.
part, like I told you, the cops went to her. She said, "I'm her mother. I'm her elder mother," and she tried to put me out of her car. And I guess she thought about it also. She's like, she might try to put me out of the house. So they said, "Ma'am, you got to get out of the car because she said that you're yelling at her, just like you sitting here yelling at us, you know." And so she told them she was going to be quiet. They came and told me, "Okay, ma'am,
No,
your
no,
mom
no, no,
said
no,
you're
no,
going
no,
to be
no, no.
quiet."
Say
I
it the
said,
way you said.
"No,
No, say it the way you said she said it the other night. Don't pass that up. How you say she said it?
what? I'm gonna be
Okay,
okay. I'm gonna be quiet." So I'm hearing her. Another cop comes to me and he's like, "Hey, okay." She said she's gonna be quiet. She's gonna be quiet the rest of the way home. I said, "No, I have to teach her a lesson because the next time she get in my vehicle, she's gonna be quiet. She's
I
gonna be
feel so
quiet.
guilty.
She's not gonna continue to disrespect me like this." And she know how when I make a decision, when I say I'm gonna do something, I do it. I'm not sure why she thought continuing to yell, curse, and act a fool with me upside my head in my vehicle
You said that a
that
lot.
I was gonna put her out of there. I told her, "I'm gonna put you out." I told her, "You gonna get put out."
Yeah, for real. People in the chat that's listen, don't be afraid to talk. This is a safe space. This is Stu. We are the Stew Crew. We do this every Monday night. Hey, you know, we don't argue. We don't do none of that stuff. It's just good. But if your mother was acting up in your house, disrespecting the harmony in your home, I just have one simple question. Would you ask her to leave? That's all I want to know. If your mother was acting up in your home, would you ask her to leave? Coy, put her out. What's up, Dennis Pittman? She put her out of her car. And mama had to catch an Uber to the house. Now what? Who is this? Raquel Drums. Oh, we up next. Oh, yeah. Yeah, 9 o'clock. Pastor Long is gonna be on. Dennis, the other night, Dennis, the other night, okay, Donnie said she would not put her mom out. Okay. Donnie said she wouldn't put her mom out. Who else? Would you,
Hey, Dennis.
anybody else, would you put your mom out? Because it's a different crowd
Somebody said
Saturday.
no.
Yeah, somebody said no. Somebody said no.
If they were cutting up, if they were disrespecting you, if they were cursing you, if they were yelling upside your head, you just take that abuse, huh? Just keep getting beat upside the head while you drive it, your own vehicle. It's not like you riding with them; they're riding with you. So I felt like I will be a damn fool to keep driving this person in my vehicle and they're beat me upside the head. Let me pull over.
I
You
probably
know I'm your ride.
can she drive?
Yeah, she can drive.
I probably would have got out and let her have the car. I don't know. I wouldn't. I ain't gonna. I wouldn't put mine out either. Well, I remember one time I did tell her, my mama, this was my house, but I don't know if I would have told her to leave. I ain't gonna. I don't know. But
Well, when you
everybody had.
told your mama this was my house, that was a warning. I bet she piped down.
Yeah, she looked at me a little crazy at first till Daddy had to confirm it. But but yeah, that I was, but that was, but part of that, I ain't gonna lie, part of that response was rooted in resentment, though.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? Because as a child, there were some things that I didn't like, that went on. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? And so now I had got my own. I was
Mm-hmm.
driving a nice car. I had my own home. So now, whereas you always had, because like I told you before, I don't respond to tough love. I never have. You know what I'm saying? And so, and most of the punishment that went on in my house was by my mother. It wasn't by my dad. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I purposely told my ex-wife, let me handle the spankings and the discipline,
Yeah.
because I didn't want to create the resentment that could exist. What's up, Alicia? I didn't want to create the resentment, right? Because I know, a son, if a son can hate and love his father out of the same heart, you know what I'm saying? But when he starts to resent his mama, he starts to resent
Mother.
every woman. He starts to resent every woman that looks like him.
Mm.
You feel what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So that when I got older, and this was my house, that was my car in the driveway, and here you are challenging my peace, my space. At that moment, that was a response. And now, if that response came again, I probably would have done it that way.
Yeah.
Because, like I said, that response was rooted in resentment, and that's the thing that happens a lot of times when we get old enough What's up? Hey, what's up, Marsha? When we get old enough, and y'all haven't liked this live, please like it, please heart it, please share it. All 17 of you all, if you just hit that share button at one time, it's going to be 17 shares, and more people can join the conversation. And I promise, at the top of the hour, we're going to have a good time, because we're going to talk about, has the church become too worldly? This discussion with Pastor Scotty Long. With regard to a video that was that was filmed at his church on yesterday, and the response that happened online. So if you're here, like the heart, well, really, I like you to heart it if you don't mind. Heart the video and share it. And only Donnie answered. Alicia, what about you? Tamara. Okay, Tamara said she wouldn't have put her mama out. She would have had another family member come get her. Okay, that's a good answer. She
Well,
said,
you
she ain't got
know,
no family
that
down there.
is good. If you have
Yeah.
family here, if you know you here and you don't have family, be quiet as a mouse in somebody's vehicle, and be respectful, because you know you don't have another ride.
Girl, if I
You know
spit my
you
water,
came down
if I spit my water on this computer, you got to buy me another computer. I'm just gonna say that right now. I'm gonna spit my water out completely. Anybody else? If your mama was acting up in your home, 12 more minutes, and Scotty Long will be on. If your mama, Tamara, was acting up in your home, would you ask her to leave? Donnie said no. Tamara said, I think I would have had another family come get her. What do you say?
Mm-hmm.
What would you have done had it been you? I probably would have just gotten out and caught me an Uber, and she would have had to figure her way home, because she don't know how to work a GPS, she in trouble. Because I'm joking. but no, she know her way home anyway. But Coy, you know you did your, but you know what? As many people that villainized you, I ran this by my one of my therapist friends, Pastor Evans, Rayfield Evans, in Detroit. In Columbia, Mississippi. Yeah, I call him Dr. Evans, but Dr. Evans said that he understood your position. He said, and that happens a lot. He's counseled a lot of people that they said they have put their parents in jail before. You know,
Yeah,
he said, well, because daddy was acting so belligerent and disrespectful that they had to lock him up. He's seen where a son beat up a daddy because the daddy, he said, because the daddy, thought he could would still whoop him, because he was a little boy, the daddy, put it on him, you know what I'm saying? So he said he's seen all kinds of issues that had become toxic, where toxicity came in and affected, especially when the child has gotten older and grown, and then the parent, for whatever reason, being jealous of the child's success or challenged by the fact that that authority that they once was given by position, because there's a difference. Here it is. There's a difference between positional power and permissional power, right? There's a big difference between positional power. Positional power, you just gotta respect the position. I'm your mama. Right. What did she tell you? I'm your mama.
I'm your mama.
Mama, I remember my mama used to say that to me, but it wasn't in that end. She just said she said, I'm the mama. How many of y'all ever said that to your children? I'm the mama. Okay, here it is. There we go. Donna Duckworth said, I don't care what the position is, what the situation is. I would never put my mom, we would talk like adults and work it out. Coy, you try, but okay. Did you?
Well, yeah, you probably could talk like an adult. So if I'm speaking like an adult and you continue to yell upside my head, you got to get out.
So you're telling Donna that it takes two adults to participate in the conversation and only one person. So Donna, what do you do in that instance? What if you're talking like an adult, but your mom is not talking like an adult? That's the part I think we discount, is the rooted trauma that some of our parents, because there's really no manual to this whole parenting thing, right? We do it, it's OJT, it's on the job training, and sometimes we get it right, sometimes we get it wrong, and typically the casualties of when we get it wrong are who? The children. Because they're the outlets, you know what I'm saying? And like you said, when you get older. But how was that dynamic? I got 9 more minutes. How was that dynamic, the family dynamic growing up? Was she tough on y'all then? Was she nurturing?
She made some really ignorant decisions when it came toward us. Like my mom was a stay-at-home mom, my daddy worked, so it was traditional, right?
Hmm.
Although she had a vehicle at home, she tried to make us get on a bus. Although she was at home all the time, she would contact my dad when he's leaving work to ask him to stop somewhere and pick up something.
Hmm.
And as a kid, I observed all of that, and I was thinking to myself, and I would see my dad come in worn out. He's got to stop and get a loaf of bread. You at home all day. So for one, I said, okay, well, I'm gonna make my own money. I'm gonna be like my daddy. I'm gonna go to work. And I said, if anybody ever called me that's sitting at the house all day, after I done worked all day long, and asked me to stop anywhere, I'm gonna tell them no. And I felt like he should have also. Although it was a traditional home, my mom, she wasn't brought up in a traditional home. So the way she operated our home was differently. She respected her mother more than she respected my father. And that's how she was taught. You know, you can start blaming her when she doesn't evolve, but when she initially gets in the marriage, she doesn't know how it's supposed to operate.
Hmm.
So growing up and seeing this traditional home with a non-traditional mother was hard. I said there are several things I said, oh, I would never do. Oh, I'm not going to do this. Oh, I'm not going to treat my husband. I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to do, because of the experience we had with her.
Wow.
She was the one that would whoop some tail. My dad was the one that would sit us down and he would have a conversation with us or he would lecture us. It was not he didn't believe in abusive behavior. If my mom would curse or call us out of our name, he would address it with her and tell her, "You don't call my children out of their name." But she grew up in a home where that was okay, and that's how discipline took place with her mother. Her mother was a single mother. Her mother never married. So I can recall a time where um, my dad got home and he's like, "I smell smoke. I asked you not to have anybody over the house that smokes. If they want to smoke, they can smoke outside. I'm not going to tell my mother what to do. Her mother was a smoker."
Oh,
So
wow.
instead of her respecting the home where her husband paid bills at, she respected her mother more. Instead of telling her mom, you can't come in here smoking. My husband don't allow smoking in our house. She allowed her to do that and then told my dad what she wasn't going to tell her mother to do. That's
Wow.
backwards. We witnessed this. And so for me, I'm like, I'm never gonna behave like that. Like what kind of that's the wrong no, no. Especially when you have a good man. You got a good husband at the house. He's taking care of you. He's doing different things for you that a lot of your other family members don't see because they don't have a man that's taking care of them. They don't have the traditional home. And for some reason that never registered. Now she took advantage of the traditional home by being at home and not having to work, but she didn't do the things that stay-at-home moms did. She had us in order. Like we still had to do all the cleaning. We still had, she never did allow us to cook for our dad because she said, okay, well he's out working all day. I don't want him to have a bad meal, so she didn't allow us to do that. But everything else we did. We were little minions around there doing everything. Even I had to discuss with my dad, like she's still letting us get on the bus. My dad, you don't let them get on the bus. You at home, you have a whole vehicle. Take them to school. You're not doing nothing else, Cookie. So growing up, seeing that, I was just like, I'm gonna do things a little differently. And so because of that, and she see me doing things differently, I think she has. I mean, I know she has an issue with it sometimes because she will address it. Oh, or if something takes place and I say, well, I'm not worried about that. It's out of our control. We're going to keep moving forward. Let's not
Hmm.
worry about it. Let's not dwell on. Oh, so you think you something. I'm like, what? No, I'm just not dwelling on it. I'm not going to entertain something that's out of my control. Let's
Wow.
move forward. Oh, you just like your dad. Stuff like that. So I don't know. It's a lot of it's a spirit of jealousy. It is. It is. It definitely is.
Well, all in all, it's unfortunate, and I hate it. I pray that y'all get some spiritual counseling because I think it can be fixed if somebody desires for it to be fixable. Pastor Long asked, you don't have to answer this question if you don't want to. He asked, was there any substance abuse involved? And Dennis Pittman, and you don't need to tell you, if you don't want to tell your mama's business, that's on you. And then Dennis Pittman asked, Coy, did you view your father as weak or as a pushover?
No, I view
Okay.
my father as a leader, as a strong person to deal with something like that in his home. You know, yeah, no, not as no, he wasn't a weak man to me because my father was always stern and forward with us, but he was gentle. So, when you have something like that and you don't see very many, I haven't encountered very many men like my father. At the end of the day, she still allowed him to make the decisions, not allow, but at the end of the day, when he said something, that's what it was, you know. But no, we nah, no.
Gotcha. All righty, cool. Well, listen, at the end of the day, Donna Duckworth, I appreciate you. A lot of men and people I've talked to feel the same way you feel. Then there are other people and therapists included who understand what Coy did. At the end of the day, you have boundaries and you have to protect your peace, and you shouldn't let anybody violate that, because at the end of the day, and that all comes, a lot of that comes down to your own, your own. Pass along, come on. A lot of it boils down to your view of your self-worth.
Well,
you
this
know,
is the thing. A lot of my friends who are males told me, after 20 some years, my parents got a divorce, right? And my mom, again, she was used to being at home. So my mom started living with me. And they said, you became your father.
oh wow, oh wow.
So she's not going to respect you. She doesn't respect you. She'll never respect you. I'm like, wow. Because I took on the role of starting taking care of her, and providing for her and all of that. And they're like, you're not her man. Let her go. She keep causing problems. Let her go.
Yeah.
So, I just couldn't because again, that's my mama. I am at an age where my peace is priority. I cannot just give you my peace just because you're my mother. I
Oh
won't.
wow.
I can't do it. I can't live like that. My sister passed away a few years ago, James, and she was young. So we used to say, here today, gone tomorrow. But social media confirms that we're here today and we're gone in 2 seconds. Somebody will post and a minute later somebody on their post saying, oh my gosh, we were just talking, rest in peace, brother. You know? So
Yeah.
that's our reality. I'm not gonna give my peace away.
Well, hold on. Let me just drop this on you since you said that. Like, I don't know if you're hanging around for the next conversation or not. You're welcome to, or if you are gonna sit in the chat, whatever you're gonna do. But we're getting ready to go to this
I'll
next.
hang up a little bit.
All right, cool. You gonna hang on the stage with us for a little while?
Yeah.
All right, cool. I'm gonna take you down for a minute. I'll bring you back in a minute. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So this is the next part of the Thank Coy for sharing her testimony. Like I said, if you all agree with it, fine. If you don't, fine. Listen, if anyone also wants to sponsor, become a sponsor of the Intellectual Stew, DM me or send me your email, whatever, and we'll let you be a part of something that's growing, something that's budding, something that's new, something that's fresh, something that's relevant, and something that is real. Okay. So make sure you're a part of that. Also, let me go ahead and do one commercial while I got you here. If you all have not had the chance to pick up your own personal copy of the Intellectual Stew, let me let you check this out. In the blink of an eye, everything can change. 20 years of marriage, 3 beautiful children, a home filled with memories, gone. James Kirkland II was left with nothing but the silence of his own thoughts and a couch that became his prison. But in the depths of despair, subtle reminders of purpose began to pierce through the darkness. God had not forgotten him. In every small sign, in every whisper, in the stillness, James began to rediscover who he was and why he was still here. Stuck on the Couch is not just a story of loss, but a journey of resilience, faith, and the courage to embrace a new normal. Available now wherever books are sold. All right. I ain't played again. Okay. All right. Good. All right. So if you have not gotten a copy of that, feel free. You can reach out to me and get it. And it'll be a little cheaper if you got it from me. Just DM me and I'll make that happen for you. I promise I will. But we're getting ready to go to the second part of this conversation. Listen, I got a text message from this cat last night. And he said, you need to do a show on has the church become too worldly? And I said, what happened? And he sent me this video. And I looked at the video and I watched the video. And I said, hold on. I know the pastor. that's my boy. I was like, okay, hold on. And I started, looking at the video. And when I watched it, I'll be honest, I ain't seen nothing wrong with it. I ain't seen nothing wrong with it. But when I saw this video had gone viral, over 1,000 comments, and everybody was complaining and yada, 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 talking about such and such shouldn't go on in the church and and all this kind of stuff. And then me and this guy went back and forth about 45 minutes, an hour, texting back and forth. I'm like, I ain't really got a whole hour to put into something that really doesn't have anything to do with me because I really don't care. But it was interesting. So I woke up this morning, I called Pastor. I said, Pastor, listen, I want you to pop in with me and let's talk. He said, cool, no problem. He said, let's talk. So let's go ahead and get him on the stage now. And I'm going to do it this way. I'm going to get him on the stage. I can't play the video through the stream because I don't want YouTube to cut me off, but I'll show it to you on my phone. And then I'm going to show you what a couple of people at work said about it who don't go to church. And then we're going to go from there. So let's go this way. I think he's ready. Pastor, what's up, doctor? I can't hear you. I can't hear you. Is your mic muted? Unmute your mic. There you go.
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Okay, yeah. Okay. What's going on?
Man, I don't know it, man. Why are you causing all this controversy on this thing called the internet?
Listen, man, that's what I do.
That's what you do.
That's what I do. But
yeah.
Hey, to be serious about the matter, man, I didn't know that it was gonna cause all of this.
Okay.
I did not know. But listen, though, James, I'm here for it. I'm here for it. Because I want to know, man, they just sent me to hell. Man, I read the comments, man. They talking about we going to hell. We going to a place they sending me to a place that wasn't even created for us.
Did you read my comment?
Yeah, to tell you the truth, I gotta remember, man. Listen,
I'll tell you what I said.
What'd you say?
I said, I'm not offended.
Your lips will fit the say something else. Cause hold on, man.
I'm gonna say it. Let me say it. I said, I'm not offended by what's going on by their church at their church. First of all, then I said, what they eat don't make me excrete. I just put that word out there.
You right about it. Man. I mean, I don't understand what the problem is. Let me say this. You can disagree, but these people once again are sending me to hell, man. They say we're going to hell.
Let's show them the video. Let me. I can't. Okay. I'm gonna show it through the phone.
Okay. Okay.
Hold on. Can you hear it? Oh, that's how horrible. I can't do that. I'm sorry. I can't do that. Is that your background or mine?
I'm sorry. That's my background. I'm sorry.
I'm like, what the
I'm try again. I'm trying to help you out, but go ahead.
Oh, Lord. Oh, yeah, they ain't see you. I'm like, what the HE double hockey stick? Hold on, that was me. Okay, let's go do it again. Let's try it again. Okay, let me turn it up. Okay, I'm gonna stop right there. All I hear is ride with me. You want to ride with me. You want to ride with me. You want to ride with me. That's all I heard.
That's it.
So give me the context.
I mean, really, to be honest, the young man Rock. I'm a social media guy. I be watching videos, but let me back up. My son is an influencer. My son, shameless plug, I'm J Long on YouTube, Twitch, Instagram, Facebook, I'm J Long. He's an influencer. That's what he does for a living.
Okay.
So since he's been doing this, I've been, I guess, my antennas have been. I learned about influencers. I learned about, the whole YouTube situation and how they get paid. And I like do or die. I'm sorry. I like the song. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Why you
I'm sorry.
apologize? If you apologize, get
I
on the
mean,
platform again.
I'm just saying. I just gotta say that And when I start seeing the videos, there's several people that are doing a similar video, dancing to the same song. But this young man, I found out that he was from not far. This man lived not 5 miles from where I sit right now on my patio. When I found this out, this young man, and I saw the videos, this man been in Atlanta, Chicago. He been everywhere doing his dance. Other influencers are getting on it with him. And I commented one time, because I've seen every time he posted a video, it was off of a comment saying, why don't you go here? Or why don't you go there? I commented, I asked him, man, come to the Mercy Church. Now, he never responded to my request, but I just now, let me say this. We just, at the Mercy Church, ordained 3 deacons on yesterday. One of these deacons they're not talking about that. One of these deacons that we ordained, former rapper, comes from the street. He knows the young man. The young man reached out to him and said, hey, man, let me come to y'all. You think y'all pastor? Let me come to y'all church and do it.
Wow.
He called me.
Really?
He called me. He said, Pastor, Rock want to come by the church and do a video. I said, well, he ain't here yet. So we've been trying to do it for about 3 weeks.
Okay.
We've been trying to do it for about 3 weeks, but his schedule was busy. So he told me, he said, hey man, he said, can he come by Sunday? I said, yeah, tell him come on by. This is the time he needs to come by, the time that we do announcements. Now let me paint the picture. Did he just walk up in the church and start dancing and playing music? No. I knew he was coming. I told him what time to come. And when I knew he was there, I told the church. I explained. I said, hey, this is a young man. He's viral on social media. He reached out. He wanted to come by and get him some content. Because of my son, Jeremiah, I said, because, and my members know that my son is an influencer. I said, based on that, I know how it works. I said, I told him he could get 3-4 minutes to get some content. I said, so he's here today. Let's give him my attention. Let's root him on. He came in. And listen, he was going to do the dance, and the people could not even hear the music. I told my media department to play the song as he does it.
Yeah.
So he could have done it without even using the music. Just do his dance moves and insert the music later. And he still did. He didn't use the music that was playing in the background, but the members heard what he was dancing to. Do they remember the lyrics? No more than they remembered my sermon.
So, the thing that threw me off about that, bro, I ain't gonna lie to you. Now, I'm not a hip hop head or none of that kind of stuff. I ain't never really been. I started preaching at 21 years. That was in 1994. So I really never got into like hip hop. I don't know the music, but when I heard the song "Ride with Me," whatever, that's all I knew of the song. It didn't make me want to go listen to any other part of the song. I didn't know anything about the lyrics. With a person that hit me up with it, they were like, "Man, that song about sex. That song about doing this." I'm like, I want to say, how you know?
Right, exactly.
I mean, if you know the words like that, you know what I'm saying? I mean, you.
But at the same time, in the video, all you hear, want to ride with me.
Right. And that's all I heard.
That's all you hear. So all of this extra, man, you know where they can go with that. But
where? I'm sorry.
Huh?
No, don't say it. Don't say it.
So what they trying to send me?
Listen. Pastor, do me a favor. Okay. Because they won't listen to me. Ask everybody to like the live and share it, please.
Please. Especially those that I have tagged, those that have shared, those that know me like this, like the intellectual stew, like this edition, like the podcast. Because let me tell you, that's what it's about. Let me tell you, this, while we own it, this young man has been doing this, I know, all year. And since no, not you. Not you. Rock. Since this craze or this has came out. But listen, he has videos. This has caused me to go back and look. Do you know within 24 hours, this has been the most liked, most shared, most commented video that this young man has had?
Cause the church Nick folk. Cause church folk.
But listen, the problem with me is that the 95% of the people that are commenting and have negative comments don't go to nobody church. They're gonna have to pay somebody. They're gonna have to pay somebody to have a funeral at their church because they don't have a relationship with a church or a pastor.
But watch this. I'm gonna show you something. Watch this. So I just showed Matt the video. That's one of my coworkers. Matt, you saw what you think about it?
I don't see nothing wrong with it, to be honest.
Really?
Like he was dancing.
All right, so the church folk are really up in arms saying that ain't no room for that in the church. What do you think about it?
I don't see nothing wrong with it.
So you wouldn't be offended by it?
Nah.
Do you go to church?
Nah.
Not often?
But that's why, because folks judge you like that.
That's why.
Hold on. I got one more for you. 19 years old. So we got another in-person young man, 19 years old, 20 now, 20-year-old man who saw the video. Now let's get his reaction. All right, this is Amarion. You saw the video. What'd you think about it?
I don't really see nothing wrong with it. I mean, I see the pastor in the back, they vibing to it and things like that. And the message behind it is, in the music, the music behind it basically states, ride with me. Basically, he just ride with God. He an influencer that rides with God. I don't really see nothing wrong with the video.
I appreciate you.
There you have it.
But 95% of the people in the comment, and I don't know if you remember, I put a post up when I came home one time because somebody got on my nerves, and I said I can't stand church folk, but I sure love Christians.
Listen, I'm so tired of church folk. I'm so tired of church folk, man. Listen, I'm so tired of church folk.
Where y'all at? Hold on, wait, I'm sorry, I didn't cut you off. Where are y'all at? Where y'all at that was talking all that stuff in the comments? Where y'all at now?
I'm open.
Y'all ain't saying nothing now. He's here.
Especially these ones that can fit me to hell. I keep harping on this, man, because hell was created for the devil and his angels, man.
Yeah.
I mean, why y'all want me to go there? Because I allowed a young man, a young influencer to come in and get some content. And I mean, and then, it was Communion Sunday. So we repented before we took communion if we had done anything that the Lord was not pleased of. We repented for it. We repented for sins of omission and commission. So I believe that covered that. If it was wrong.
I don't get it. As soon as I looked at it, first thing I said was, what's wrong? I don't see it. And this is the thing for me, Doc. This is the thing for me. Churches are autonomous, right?
Exactly.
Unless you're under some type of governance like Methodist or
right.
Bishop. But the Mercy Church, y'all ain't got no bishop, do you?
No, we don't have no bishop. No, I'm the bishop.
You're the bishop of your church, and as an autonomous pastor, you bring it before the people, and y'all collaboratively have a we principle and work together to do things. And you've done well. I mean, y'all don't have a deed anymore. You're doing things.
We've never had a deed. We've been there 10 years. Never had a note. The Lord blessed us. We never had a note. We were there 8 years rent free.
And then they gave you the deed.
A year and a half ago, they made me.
I was there. I was there.
Exactly.
I was there.
They made me take the deed.
Yeah.
God has been blessing, man. And once again, this is just because this is why we're here. The video, I'm talking about Facebook alone. Over 357 views. Over 2,000 comments, over 2,000 shares, over 2,000 likes. let me say this. Now, let me say that the majority of those people were outside of the state of Arkansas, the city of Little Rock. But for those that are in Little Rock, don't you think at least 4 or 5 people gonna stick their head in the Mercy Church Sunday just to see what it's about? I mean, don't you think they're gonna come to see, and now it's up to us to show them the love of God, and it's up to me to be the heard God, to give them a word to make them realize that there's a reality in serving God, and everybody don't serve Him the same way.
Yeah. Now that's key and critical. Dennis, what do you mean? Dennis says definitely something wrong with this. In what capacity? Because I heard you when you said that. Because one thing about it is, you know, God, he told us to go fishing, but he never restricted us on what type of bait to use, right? And
listen, that's not my thing. Not even a bait. Some people are cork fishers, and some people are tight line fishers.
Okay.
I'm a tight line fisher. I got to feel it. I ain't watching the cork go down. I got to feel it.
But
everybody can't fish like that.
But the fish is not going to come to the hook if the hook's not attractive, though.
If it's not attractive, you're right.
And you know, and this is the thing for me, you know, because some of y'all get on my nerves. I'm gonna be honest with you. You know, you're trying to minister. We in a BET generation, but you still using BTU principles. You throw a hook in the water. You throw a hook in the water. Okay. Corey Couch asked a question. He said, "Was God glorified in what you did?"
Yes, he was. Yes, he was.
Okay.
Because he was glorified in it. Because number one, for the fact that someone allowed a young man to come in and didn't push him away, it shows that God receives everybody. Mm-hmm. God was glorified in that. But now some people like this asking questions like that in the face of non-believers are putting a slap in God's face.
Yeah.
Because if you're so much of a believer, you wouldn't even be involved in this conversation. You'll stand back and let God do the rest.
And I think that's part of that gets me to it. You know what I'm saying? When we start, because like I said, every worldly person that I've shown this video to, they were like, "What's wrong?" The only people that I've seen had a problem with this. That I've seen. Now, this is just my testimony. The only people that I've seen that had a problem with it is church folk. And the thing about it is, I would never, Scott, I ain't never visited your house. But
again, listen to what you said. Church folk.
I heard you. I get it. I get it. Now, I've never visited your house, Scott. You know, I've been to your church, but I've never visited your house. I probably wouldn't come. Right. I'm scared of dogs. But if I came to your house, I would not walk in your house and go straight to the refrigerator and go grab something out of it. You know, I don't pay no bills there. I don't have nothing to do. So therefore, I don't really have no opinion on what goes on in your church. Somebody, I don't, you know, because number one, I know your testimony. When I first met you, I know where you came from and where you had been. And I'm not telling your business, but you know.
You all right. You all right. Yeah, I ain't ashamed to tell people I grew up in a gated community.
Yes. Because Scotty had to go sit down at an early age. I mean, 17, 18 years old and did 16 and did some time in that and came home and rebuilt himself. So he appeals to a totally different audience that you deal with. Exactly. And so listen, what I've learned, Pastor Scotty, is that what people don't understand, they're afraid of, so they try to kick it, kill it, or catch it.
Oh yeah. We reject what we don't understand.
Yeah, and so rather than get understanding, like even my boy that hit me up last night when he was asking me questions about you, I said, I got his number. I can give you a number. You can call him.
I just want to know, again, like you said, is it that big of a problem when you got preachers around here sleeping with little boys, sleeping with little girls?
Yeah, Lord. I'm sorry.
She's on their wife. And you got a problem with me because I let a young man come in and get some content for his.
Let me show the video.
For his follow. Yeah, show the video for him.
Yeah, he one of my boys, Dennis, just asked me to show it again. I hope you can hear it, Dennis. I'm sorry. Hold on. Here it is. Let me turn it up first. All right, so there it is. Then it said, "What's the relevant?" Didn't you say he was saying that he was riding with Jesus?
No, he wasn't. He wasn't saying he would ride with
Okay,
Jesus.
okay,
He
my
was
bad.
just,
What was
he
the
just said,
relevant?
ride with. Do anybody want to ride with me? That's
Okay,
all it was saying. That was
okay, I
all
get
it
it.
was
I
saying.
get it.
Whether he was going to church, to the club, to the liquor store, that's all he was saying.
Yeah,
But what's the big deal? What's
I
the
don't know.
big deal? They was
Yeah,
doing our observation time, our announcement time. It was during that time. Like I said, we had already talked about it. I told them what time to come. It didn't take, and I'm exaggerating with 5 minutes.
yeah.
Get you some content. Hey, this young man he gonna get a bag off of this. He
Did
ain't
you
trying
get
to
paid?
sell no dope. He ain't selling no dope. He ain't scamming. He ain't doing nothing wrong. He trying to make a decent living for his life, for himself and his family. I allowed him a couple of minutes to come get some content, and it's blowing up on his page. What's the big deal?
Did,
And
did,
Dennis, and I'm gonna say this for the end. Dennis, not one time have you asked to pray for me if I'm in fault. Scripture says if you find a brother in fault, go to him, pray for him. But you're chastising me, and I ain't doing nothing wrong. I'm sure I don't know you, don't know what you look like, and I'm sure who is Dennis? Who is that? He from Little Rock?
no, I
Oh,
don't know.
okay, I don't know him, but I'm sure he's done something a whole lot worse than that.
Well, but you can't compare him if you say you don't think you did anything wrong. So we're good. But hold
But
on, real quick.
I'm talking about based on his thought process.
I got you. Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question. He said, and I get it. And everybody's entitled. Listen, everybody's entitled to their opinion. I'm just letting Pastor Scotty share his. Uh, did you get paid for this?
No,
Okay, because I'm trying to figure
no,
out.
I didn't get that. Really, I should have. Now that I'm seeing the numbers, I should. I'm seeing, when I
Corey,
see looking at the numbers.
because Corey said so. The pulpit in the sanctuary is about a bag. So I was trying. So you got paid. You got paid. I guess through
Who
your
said
bag.
something about? Who said the pulpit was about a bag?
I don't know.
Where did he get that out of there? Well, I'm just, Mr. Corey, what did you get?
Hey,
What did I say to make you think I said the pulpit
hey,
was about a bag?
you know what? Let's go ahead and do it like this. The phone line is on. Anybody want to come on the phone and make a phone come in and talk to Pastor Scotty? You're welcome to do it. Let me put the link in the chat for anybody want to come on video and talk to Pastor Scotty. You're welcome to do it. I'm gonna give y'all. We got about 20 more minutes, I guess, and then we'll do it that way. But I want to see. So the pulpit and I didn't hear you say anything about the pulpit about you getting paid for it. So that's why I was.
Maybe maybe because I said the young man is going to get paid for it. The
Okay.
young man, he's going to get, because that's how the social media and the likes and the shares and all that works. The viral, the comments and stuff, he'll get something off of it, I'm sure.
That's a good question. Did he stay to hear the word after the performance?
To be honest, he didn't. He had some other engagements. Yesterday, a national video of the song dropped for the young man. He was invited by the artist to be in the video. So at the same time, that video dropped yesterday. So he had several different engagements yesterday. So no, he didn't stay. He didn't stay. And I knew he wasn't going to stay for the service. I knew that.
And you cool with it?
I have a problem with it. I have a problem with it.
That's all that matters, man. I'm saying I don't get it. Like I said, I just can't get offended about something that happened that didn't have nothing to do with me. And I'm an apologist. I'm a defender of the faith. But one thing, hold on, Scott. I know you're bubbly, but hold on.
No. I'm listening. It's past my bedtime, but I'm listening.
I'm a defender. Boy, you crazy. I'm a defender of the faith, right? But at 53, I've learned to choose my battles. I don't fight everything no more. You know what I'm saying? I can't turn tires over and lift 400 pounds and all that kind of stuff. So I have to be I'm very much an apologist, but I'm not an apologist. I'm not a palamist at all. I'm a straight apologist. I will defend the faith. because I don't like to see the church be seen in a negative light, because I hate to see people attack an inanimate object. But at the same time, I don't like to see people. Eddie Fire said he want to come on. Let's see what he's talking about right quick. Let's see what he's
that's my musician.
Okay, what's going on, sir?
What's buzzing, y'all? Hey,
What's up, Eddie?
I'm here standing with Pastor.
Okay.
I was there. I was confused, but you had to be there. Pastor explained everything before it happened. He let us know. Now I thought it was a praise dance. I didn't get the reference. I did. I thought, I'm like, is he praise dancing?
I thought the praise dance too.
Yeah, I was like, is he praise dance to this song? Like, okay. But he explained everything before. You had to be there. And see, that's what happens is people think they take things out of context.
Yeah.
Because before I even got home yesterday, I was tagged in a post. Like, oh, I see you up there riding. I'm like, I don't even know what happened. I was on my post. So I mean, like, y'all gotta like, and that's the problem with church again. We take things out of context. And it's majority of the people that, let me say, don't even go. They just heard the song. Because when I heard the song, I looked over at my worship leader and was like, ooh, this made me feel some type of way. Like, I did. You can ask her that, Pastor. I did. I said, girl, that made me feel some type of way.
Yeah.
But you had already explained, and I'm going to be brief. You had already explained what was going to happen. And it was for content. It was for purpose of pushing and accepting people. I mean, he probably come back to church.
Right.
Or if he don't come, it's going to lead more people to church.
Right.
So I get where it was coming from. I was confused because I thought it was praise dance. So I'm not gonna lie. I was going to pick it up like, okay, come on, drummer, let's go. We gotta pick it up, and we were going to be playing the same thing. So what's the difference between Pastor having, saying like, hey, Eddie, can you just play this? And, for the guy so he can get some content other than just having it just full blown, get a man what he needs. Acceptance.
Eddie, didn't you just say you were a deacon?
No, I'm not a deacon.
Oh, he wasn't the one that was ordained?
No.
But you go to the church.
I am a minister, yes, sir.
Was anybody else in your church offended?
No.
Then it don't matter.
Well, I say this. I don't know yet, but no.
Yeah, right.
I got tagged. Like, I got tagged. You know what I'm saying? But it was all jokes. Like, there you go. So that's the only reason I'm chiming in, because I got tagged. Like, is that you, Eddie Fire? Yeah. Like, yeah, I was there. I didn't know. I knew what was going on because it was explained. He explained what was for to happen. Right. But it wasn't no random type thing. It wasn't like, it was well constructed and it was well explained.
He didn't run in like the hype. He didn't run in like the hype man did.
He ain't bust in and just start recording. No, Pastor explained, hey, listen,
was he a janitor somewhere? He have all them keys on the side of him.
That's his thing. That's his thing. In all of his videos, he has that same get up on. That same janitor. That same janitor. That's his costume. That's his costume that he wears in all the videos.
Yeah. All y'all church folk judging this man for his song,
and it wasn't even like that.
But hold on though. But if that means you got to know something beyond Ride With Me.
Exactly.
There's nothing in Ride With Me that sounds explicit.
There's nothing about the intro to that song that sounds.
So while you at home doing what you judging everybody else for, but vibing to that song, and I'm be honest with you, my brain don't compute words to songs. I hear the music. I might hear the music, but I rarely hear the words of the song because Luther and them been gone for a minute. I could understand words back then. But now, most rap, Scott, I'm be honest, when I used to go places I ain't had no business going, because the things I used to do, I don't do them no more. But when I used to go places where I didn't have no business going, when I would leave, when I could understand the music, that means my brain is slowing down.
Get too close to home.
I'm being real talk. When I started getting to a place where I was somewhere where I didn't have no business being, when my brain started slowing down, and I could understand the words to the music. I'm talking about rap and stuff like that. That's when I would leave. So for those who,
Yeah, I was gonna say honestly, even these days, it'd be a year. A song could be out a year, and I'd be to bob my head, and I have to be sitting down somewhere to actually hear the words, and I'd be like, "That song said. That's what that song said." I didn't even know that song said that. And majority of the people, they didn't learn that song from hearing it from one time. They got to be on their playlist.
Somewhere.
Somewhere.
On the playlist somewhere.
I ain't reading no lyrics. You know what I'm saying? I'm not doing it.
Right.
Now, pull out Anita Baker. I've always told you. And that's 30 years old. I know every word.
And the reason I say I was lost, and I say that if you read the comments, I was lost.
Hold on. No, Corey, I'm about to come at you now because you okay, hold on. He said the fact that Jesus ain't been brought up. Did you bring up never mind. The fact that Jesus ain't been brought up says it all. That's the whole problem. Jesus was not glorified in the sanctuary. Okay. That's about honestly, hold on. I'm gonna tell y'all my favorite two letters in the whole alphabet. Okay. Go ahead. Now, what was you saying, Eddie?
I was just about to say the fact that that just blew me right there. Okay, I'm gonna get off here.
Right.
But I'm gonna say this. What's the difference in Pastor saying, "Hey, if he had walked up to me and saying, Eddie, play this, boop, 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 and put it in my ear,"
I'm disappointed.
Other than playing it over loudspeaker, what happened was acceptance. He accepted that young man.
Right.
His calling. Didn't receive nothing from him. You gotta look at that. Like, he didn't receive nothing for it. No, he just gave a man opportunity. The same thing God gives all those opportunities, and that was an opportunity for the church. And yeah, I'm with Pastor Long. He ain't do nothing wrong. I'm gonna get off here but I was there, so if y'all gonna tag me, yes sir, I was there, and it was explained, it was instructions, it was opportunities. There was a request, opportunities, and instructions yesterday. So keep going.
Thank you for chiming in. Anybody else want? Hey, all those that want to. Yeah, anybody else want to jump in? There the link is. Y'all welcome to jump in. Dennis, that's my little brother. Corey's my little brother, and they're entitled to their opinions, and I don't have anything to do with it.
Yeah, everybody's entitled to their opinion.
Yeah,
I just think people are there for us to be believers. We are so detrimental about something so minute. Can you hear me?
I heard. I'm reading comments.
Okay. Go ahead. No, I took those headphones off because somebody said I sounded muffled.
Okay. Yeah, but this is you don't have to look at it. You're right, Corey. You don't have to look at it. Absolutely. That's
another thing right there.
That's the truest statement that I think you've made tonight. You don't have to look at anything. And just like you are you attend the church you attend, pay your tithes, continue to serve where you are. And let
me ask Corey, am I gonna go to hell for that, man? What's gonna be my stipulations for if it was wrong? What's gonna happen?
I'm gonna let him answer that.
I mean, and if some people come and peep their head in the Mercy Church and decide to give their life to Christ as a result of this viral video, is God getting the glory in that?
I know there's now since Corey said we didn't bring up Jesus, I'm gonna bring up something. I'm gonna bring up something Jesus said. Jesus said, Corey. Jesus said in Matthew chapter 5, somewhere around about 14, he said, "Let your light so shine before men that they may see your good works and glorify your Father which is in heaven." Then he goes a little bit further and says, "Ye are the light of the world." Now he tells us to be light, but he doesn't tell us how to be light, right? We just have to be light for the world. Whatever we do to illuminate, to draw from an otherwise dark generation, right? Because somebody might have seen what they saw yesterday and say, "Oh man, that's a cool church."
Right.
That pastor's straight. And not only that, that was, and this is the part that gets me. I'm gonna let DA come in here in a minute, but this is the part that gets me. They'll judge the Mercy Church and pass along off of a 1-minute clip, but have never sat under your teaching, have never heard how you minister. And see, that's the thing about, because that's the nuts and bolts of the ministry. That's
exactly
that little 45-second clip, 60-second clip. They're gonna see that, and that goes viral. But when they sit under your teaching and watch you, you don't raise your voice. You walk around with the Bible open. You're what they call a word church. You know what I'm saying? So that's the part that gets me. Hold on, I know DA has something to say.
Let me say this. And it was not on my page. This was just his video. That wasn't on my, and then nobody go back to watch the service on live. The word that I gave.
Let me break DA in. Come on, DA. I know DA gonna try to.
Assuming,
go ahead.
I'm assuming this is the guy. This happened at your church, sir?
It did. It did. Yes, sir.
So here, let me start off by saying I'm not a religious man by no stretch of the imagination. Any relationship that you have with God, that's between you and God. The church should not, will not, cannot dictate how anyone lives in this world or what they do, what they choose to do. I'll say that the biggest problem with the church in today, that how we look at it, is there is no progression. But even with that, even with God being a progressive God, because God said that I will always be as I am today, tomorrow, and always.
Right.
When black folks was given religion, that's what they was given. They was given the hymns and the hums and the, when Kirk Franklin came along, Kirk Franklin changed the game, how the church was looked at.
He did.
Yeah. Kirk to the point now where he talks about his transgressions, his things that he's gone through, things that he's fought through in his celebrity, and people still look at him and say, "Oh my God, how is you a man of God going through this?" I'm just a man.
Exactly.
Like that's all it is. But I was watching my brother talk on here, my big brother James. I do believe there is a lack of progression in the church.
Yeah.
But do or die though.
But see, but all we heard was ride with me.
That's all you heard.
And honestly, at DA, you know me. You know me through social media. I don't know no rap. I don't know no songs, and I don't understand the lyrics to any of them. All I heard was ride with me, and that's it. And then I saw ride.
If y'all don't know nothing else, y'all know our culture. We are the most forgiving to everyone else except us.
Exactly.
Whenever there's a transgression in our community, that's not what it's supposed to look like. That's not what it's supposed to sound like. That's not of God. You can't tell these people that's about God. You can't tell them nothing.
Yeah.
All the stuff God done brought them through, you swear up and down everybody was saints from the beginning. You swear up and down that nobody ever sinned, that there was never transgression.
I can't stand Negroes.
Listen, can I say this? That goes to, at my church, I tell
Who's ignorant? Wow.
Listen, at my church, I tell my people, don't come in here acting like you've never done anything. I said, where's the church that when a song come on, that lady in the back holler, "Oh, that's my jam." That's what you used to do at the club. Why I don't have nobody in the church that have ever had a train ran on them before to tell the young women what to do when that urge comes on them? I mean, this is the kind of stuff I address in my church.
Somebody touch a neighbor and say, "Have you ever had a train ran on?"
I mean, but this is what I'm saying. You come to church like you've never done anything. These people that judge me act like you've never had desires. You never done anything wrong. And your child don't even know who you are.
Yeah.
They're going to be embarrassed when they meet somebody to tell your business.
Pastor, you know better than anybody else. See, you are a man before you are a man of God.
Exactly.
God said you got to be a man before you can serve me first.
That's right.
Yourself before you come to know me. You know.
James, come back. Call James back.
Call
James back.
And it's a lot of people who just, and I'm not saying right, wrong, or indifferent. That's just my issue with the church.
Right.
Church, there is no progression. You still got Pentecostal women telling these young women, "Oh, you can't wear pants to church."
But they got 5 kids by 3 different guys.
You know what I'm saying?
Make it make sense.
Hold on.
Make it
And we're not gonna fight back like that. We are, but we're not. This because I want to address something Corey said a minute ago. Corey said his teaching ain't got nothing to do with this. See, that's to me, and I know Corey's a great thinker. So my point with that, Corey, was that if somebody comes because they saw the video, which might happen because a young boy, 19 years old, I just showed a minute ago, said that would make me want to come. And I had other people at the church said the same at work today say the same thing. So my point was saying that he's a great teacher is that if they come because of the video, they're gonna be under great teaching, right? Because you got a hook. See, first you throw the y'all been fishing before. First you throw the fish in, you throw the hook in the water, you catch them, and you don't just throw them in the skillet. You clean them.
You gotta clean it.
And last time I said, since I didn't say nothing about Jesus, I'm sorry. The Bible says we're washed with what? The word.
Yeah,
so if you don't know the word,
but right there. It's right there in the scripture. So many black people are so washed in the word that they have a relationship with God. You just open the Bible and receive what you think the Bible is telling you to do, but you don't say, but Father. You know what I'm saying? Because we were all raised.
I don't know if the word is the problem of the relationship. Because I think I would say I wouldn't put word there. I would put religion there. But many people are. Hold on. People are reading the word through the filter of religion versus the filter of relationship. We're saying the same thing.
That's just it, big bro.
What's that?
It. The word ironclad. God's word never changes.
It never changes. And
but the filter you view it through changes, though. If you do it through a filter of religion versus a filter of relationship or a filter of tradition.
Church, James, my mother-in-law tells me every Sunday, oh, well, the only way a man can lead his wife, lead his family is through God. That's what I'm doing. I ain't got to go sit in some fucking church where y'all judging.
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying it.
Doing it with sister, who's sleeping?
But that's question.
Who ain't paying? Okay, I don't have to go sit and endure none of that.
But DA, you ain't got to go to church. You ain't got to read the Bible and still live by some of its principles, though, right?
But that's what Christianity is. They open the Bible and it's just religion. There is no relationship. So when you do put this music on, oh, that's secular. That's secular. We can't have that in the church. Hey, listen, Sister Jones, you was smoking weed and busting down 6 years ago. Chill out.
No, the joints in the ashtray now.
Right now. Right now.
It's nothing to be judged about because and not the legalities of marijuana. But you know what I'm saying? Because live your life. I don't give a damn what you do, how you do it, when you do it, who you do it around. Just don't do it around me or my kids, and we fine. Because that's not something that I partake in. But if I'm at your place, you invite me, hey man, smoke away. Shit, you know what I'm saying? You do what you do. But we sit back with this cloak on, this veil, and we'll judge the world behind religion. But then let my brother call. And my brother say, man, I'm messed up, man. You know what I'm saying? Can you send me $200? And I say, yeah, I'm going to send it to him. Then I got a couple of my homies over here. Man, I just was watching that nigga, man. He bought his wife a new pair of gym shoes last week. And that nigga, you know what I'm saying? They was going out to eat. Who am I to judge? I can either say yes or no. But why would I judge him for what he did? But that's what religion is. Religion is a veil, man. And everybody get to hide behind it now.
Yeah, I don't know.
So again, man, I'm like, do it, die, you know. But you know, whatever it takes, because you do. These young kids, they're lacking. Just like there's a statistic out that says by the year 2030, there'll be a shortage on plumbers, electricians, carpenters. By 2030, the church, I said this years ago, man. By 2040, the black church will be no more because these kids that him and Han, they don't know how to relate to that.
They don't want to hear that mess.
There is no relation there.
They don't want to hear that mess.
There is no relation there. I don't want to see keep telling me about Psalm 36, Ecclesiastic. Man, make sense to my everyday life right now today.
Yeah.
Like you said, James, the young man said, hey man, I just might slide just based upon that's something that's relatable to me.
Yeah, I don't get it.
I wouldn't choose do or die, but hey, whatever.
I probably wouldn't choose do or die either, but I ain't mad at somebody else who does it in their church that has absolutely nothing to do with me. Because what you eat don't make me excrete. Don't make me excrete. I promise you it don't.
And once again, James, I think God is more upset with the response of the people than the actual act.
I can dig it.
I can dig that
because
too.
God is not the author of confusion.
Yeah, and
at the same time, though, God said, "Pastor, I've anointed you. I've anointed you to deliver people to me." So He's not upset by what people are saying, because if you are bringing my children to me through the word in which I've given you, then you've done your job. But
you've done your job.
Because once again, you weren't on. I don't know if you heard, but nobody's commenting. Nobody went back to my page, watched my live from that service or the service after that, where I just ordained 3 brothers from the street, guys that I grew up with, guys that I know, as ordained deacons in the church to help manage the members of the church. You don't do that. Nobody wants to talk about that.
We don't do that, Pastor.
Exactly. That's why people having a problem with what happened doesn't matter to me. I don't care. I don't care.
Take the negative. There's never
I don't care. Like the funniest thing to me is the people that say I'm going to hell. They're trying to send me. They're trying to send me somewhere that wasn't even created for me.
Hey,
Scotty, the church is still the
created for me.
It was created for the devil and his angels.
Yeah, that's right. That's what the Bible said. That's what the Bible said.
It's people that want to go to hell. Why you sending me to a place to somewhere somebody? It's people that want to go there.
Bruh, listen. The church is still the only army that shoots its own wounded. I don't care what nobody says.
Right.
So I'm
about
gonna let them do what they do.
About it.
Eddie, I see Eddie keep talking about that grasshopper mentality. Y'all know something?
That's what I preached about that yesterday.
And you know
what my sermon topic was yesterday?
What was
we have to get out of our own way.
Come on.
Because Moses sent the spies to see what the Canaan looked like. They came back to the report, and they said, in our eyes we were grasshopper, and so we were in their eyes. So you look like grasshoppers because you thought you looked like a grasshopper. They thought you looked like a grasshopper.
But Doc, you got to understand what grasshoppers do though. Grasshoppers eat up something that's just about to grow. When the seed
they destroy
seed is in a chaff, right?
Right.
And it's underground. It's gone through the elements. It's gone through the muck and the mire and the dirt and all elements and all that stuff. And then the external starts to break down, gets weaker over time, right? Because the potential is inside the seed.
Right.
And so the grasshopper knows just of when the potential is about to come forth. Hear me prophetically, young man. I'm talking to you, Scotty. I'm hearing you, Scotty.
I hear you.
It knows when the seed is about to come forth, that which is in the seed, because the seed looks totally different from what's on the front of the package.
You're right.
The front of the package shows something, sweet potatoes, it shows a flower, it shows annuals, it shows perennials, it shows all these things, right? But after the process, after it's been out overnight, after it's gone through the elements, after it's been drowned, drenched, muddied up, all these things, the seed decomposes, and the stuff that's inside of the seed starts to come up and break. No. It don't come up first, because before it grows up, it grows down. Because it's looking for a rock. It's looking for a rock to grab a hold of, because it needs something to anchor itself as it grows up. So, because the grasshopper knows the process of the seed, and it knows the assignment of the seed, just when a seed is about to go forth, it comes and it eats up something that's about to grow. I declare and adjure by the name of the Jesus Christ that the seed that's about to come forth in your life, it shall
right.
And thank you for every negative comment, because it represents the elements. It represents the mud. It represents the rain. It represents the rock. It represents everything that's breaking down. Keep on talking, y'all, because it needs it. Because the chaff needs to come. Boy, do you hear me when I'm telling you something? You had to go through it.
Right.
And please do me a favor, grow on a little bit while you go through it.
Right.
But watch this, when you get through, you're going to grow through it. Because you're going to look back at yesterday and say, thank you.
It had to happen. It had to happen. It had to happen.
And the grasshopper, your word was prophetic.
Right.
So you preached the word yesterday for tomorrow. Because God, see, God stands in, no. God stands in now and looks at next. And see, while you so caught up in your now, all y'all, go ahead, Dennis. Go ahead, all y'all that's talking about, go ahead, stick with now. But God has already seen your next. That Negro had 250,000 followers that came to your place yesterday. And guess what they know about now? They know about the Mercy Church. Tell me God wasn't glorified.
The Mercy Church.
Because you didn't glorify Scotty, you glorified the Mercy Church.
No, it had nothing to do with me.
And
it had nothing to do with me.
Change your marketing campaign. Make that the first page of it. Let them know. And you can dance a little bit too, because you had the little ride with me when you were rolling with him. I give it to you, Doc. But Doc,
listen,
I rebuke every giant. I rebuke every giant that tries to view you as a grasshopper, and I promise you, you're gonna grow.
Listen, I'm like Caleb. We're well able to go and overtake the land.
Essentially, that it just comes down to the lack of progression.
Right.
We understand that everything in this world evolves. The Christian church doesn't understand that God is evolving. What we used to sit back and judge, it's like centrifugal force. You know what I'm saying? Is God gonna just keep moving, man? Times are gonna change, but he doesn't change. But you still have to evolve in the sense of, and I mean, again, I'm not judging anybody. I'm not saying, because what's good for the goose, obviously the gander will partake, you know. But just because I wouldn't do it, that doesn't mean that you can't.
Exactly.
I ain't gonna lie, I probably wouldn't do it.
Offended. That's why I'm not offended by people's opinion.
Hey.
I'm not offended because I remember the day when I probably would have said that there was too much.
Yeah.
Before my own son was an influencer, before my own son was a YouTuber, I probably would have said it was too much.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't have done it in church. I'm still on. I love the Lord. He heard me cry.
And I am too. And I'm still there too.
I'm still there. You know what I'm saying?
I'm still there too.
I only hardly like praise and worship. You know, because I can't understand the words. So I mean, so if
one thing, but listen, one thing when it comes to church, you can't miss me.
But I
can go have a good time at the Methodist church, at the AME, CME, because of one thing about it. I am the church. I take church with me wherever I go.
I am
so I'm the thermostat. I'm not a thermometer. I'm the thermostat. I set the atmosphere.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, it's too many thermometers. These commenters are thermometers. I'm a thermostat. I set the atmosphere.
Okay.
I mean, don't you see I've changed the atmosphere within 24 hours with a video? Just allow somebody to come.
Your seed is on. Your seed is an assignment, bro. So ride with it, and pray that it keeps to break down the chaff so that everything inside of you grows.
One thing I know is what it's not going to do. It's not going to run the members that I have off.
Yeah.
Oh no, it's definitely not going to do it because they know who you are.
Exactly.
They know who you are. But everybody going to take a second now and they're going to look into what's the background here, and then they're going to get fed. Like you said, you set the atmosphere.
They're gonna go see. They're gonna see what I'm talking about. Somebody gonna go see what I'm talking about. Let me see what this guy talking about.
Yeah.
DA, think about how many people how the United States was divided when President Obama was running for president based on sound bites.
Come on.
Right.
You know, and most people never, you know, I remember when Jeremiah Wright said different but not deficient. People ran with that and didn't go get context. You know what I'm saying? And just ran, you know, you know, I hate when people run with their own narrative instead of getting content. And to me, when I speak, when Pastor Scotty says, this is what I did, this was my intent, I never meant to do that, that's enough for me.
That was it.
I ain't got to keep trying to be,
how we play, man.
Yeah.
Trauma bonding is real.
Oh,
Man, let me
Negro,
hey, look.
bye, bye.
Man.
You bet. Hey, where you been, Negro? Where you ain't? I ain't seen you in I don't know how long, man.
We'll be
Huh?
back. Don't worry.
Yeah. Monday night, we do it every Monday night here, and sometimes in the middle of the week. So you know how we do it. And now that you said something we just said, I'll see you next week, and we're gonna talk about trauma bonding. I'll see you next week.
Wow.
Boy, man.
See you next week. I'll reach out to you next week. That trauma
Nice to
bonding.
meet you, Mike. Nice to meet you, bro.
Yeah.
Look forward to meeting you in person.
Hey, that's a DA from he's from Illinois. He has I Just Want to Talk podcast.
Okay.
He and Dennis Pittman and all those cats. Those are some smart brothers.
I'm gonna have to listen.
Well, they've been on a hiatus right now, but they'll be back, and you can go check some of their old stuff out. Dennis is my little brother. He usually agrees with everything I say, but tonight he's against me, so that's cool, and I appreciate that. We still gonna be brothers at the end of the day, so that's gonna happen. That grasshopper to my little brother giving him many service. So that's something. Thank you for the show, brother. Look, I feel you. You know I got to do a little something at the end of the show. So, Scotty, I gotta go to bed. You know it's 11 o'clock here. So you're the pastor. You go ahead and give us your closing words. Whatever you feel to do.
James, I appreciate you for reaching out. Let me say this, and this is from the bottom of my heart. Anyone that was offended by that, let me apologize. That was never my intent. I never wanted anybody to be offended. Like I said at the beginning, my son is an influencer. My son is a YouTuber. That's what opened my eyes to the whole influencer, social media, whole situation, knowing that this content is how they get paid. I wasn't thinking about nothing but helping this brother out to get some content out. That's all I was thinking about. Did I know that this was gonna happen? And then let me say this. When he ended, before he left, I said, bro, my people look to see the video on social media. He said, man, I'm going to drop it next Sunday. Before we got out of church good, my members was coming up to me talking about people texting me. He had already dropped the video.
Wow.
So and when the comments got the comment, I was like, wow, these people don't like this. And I'm like, people are funny. I mean, it wasn't that serious. And then again, the funniest comments for me was the people that
sent you to hell.
Kept saying they going to hell. Oh, they going to hell. They're gonna ride straight to hell. But me, I'm a social media guy. I'm nosy. I go look at the person that's commented, and I look at their page, and I'm like,
I ain't had that much time.
You got an opinion about me that you got a picture with 7 kids and ain't no daddy in the picture. But let me get off that. But anyway, I'm just saying, man, the people that I'm looking at and I'm making negative comments.
Yep.
The people that are making negative comments, I'm like, you don't have something better to do with your life. But then I'm looking at those and the majority of the people that come in are from outside of Little Rock. They're not even from around here. People that I never see. But for those that I do kind of know, to see their negative comments, and out of all of this, I'm closing with this, Kirkland. Nobody offered a word of prayer for me or the young man. Nobody offered any grace towards me or the young man. Nobody offered any mercy towards me or the young man. They condemning me to hell. They don't know the context. I didn't know I was doing something that was wrong. You know, I didn't know. Out of all the people we feed, out of all of the outreach that we do, this one little 3-minute video gonna send me to hell. And during the pandemic, I had 18-wheelers bringing produce to the city of Little Rock. We were feeding thousands of people. Even now, we're feeding thousands. We're blessing homeless. But I'm getting damn to hell because I let a young man come do a video. I'm sorry if I offended anyone. I'm sorry if I offended you. From the bottom of my heart, it wasn't meant to offend you. I mean, and if you have a better way for me to pastor, a better way for me to do things, inbox me. Talk to me. Give me some ideas, because I just want to please God. I just want to please God. And if me displeasing you is a problem, I'm sorry. But I pray that God gets the glory because I am a man of God. I am his preacher. And if nothing else, a light will shine on God because I represent him, whether you like me or not.
That's Bible.
Somebody has been brought to the attention of who God is through this.
Yeah.
So, Kirk, can I pray for the people that have watched this, that may be watching us now?
Yeah, you go ahead. Go ahead.
You think they'll receive a prayer from me?
If they don't, I will. Go ahead.
God, we love you. We thank you for life. We thank you for health. We thank you for strength. God, we thank you for influence. Whether the people say are good or bad, it's good or bad. We thank you for the young man Rock that is the influencer, that is the center of all of this. Forgive us for anything we done that was not pleasing in your sight. Forgive you for anything that was said, that was done, that you didn't agree with. But God, bring us together, unify us as a people, that we may not be able to judge one another, but we may be able to encourage one another in our faults, encourage us to do better. God, I love everyone that commented on the videos, everyone that saw the videos. I love them with the love of Christ. So God, if there's any fault in me, I ask you to remove it. God, thank you for James Kirkland. Thank you for this platform. Thank you for those that have tuned in on tonight to watch, those that have shared their opinions, their thoughts, their comments, God. We all want to please you, and we ultimately want to see you one day. So, God, continue to mold us and shape us into what you would want us to be. And we'll continue to give you the glory, honor, and the praise. It's in Jesus' name we pray. And the saints of God said together, amen.
Hey, can I give you one more?
Yes, sir.
Something that helped me when I was stuck on the couch for a little while.
What's that?
My stress level went down the more my middle finger went up.
Listen. Tonight, I want to give the people the F word.
What's the F word?
F you.
Okay.
Forgive you. I forgive you. Mm-hmm. You can fill it in wherever you want to fill it in. If you don't like me,
that's cool, bro. That's good.
I forgive you.
Man, I appreciate that.
Appreciate you, man.
Let's do it again, man. We do it.
Anybody that tuned in off of my share, off of me, that didn't know James Kirkland, begin to tune in to the intellectual podcast, Intellectual Stew. He has a great topic every week. Give us your support. Like, comment, share the video. Get his numbers up. I'm all about getting the influencers' numbers up.
Man, I appreciate that. Don't be a stranger, man. We're gonna continue this conversation though.
Yes, people love you, but hit me up anytime.
I got you. All right, y'all. That was real. I appreciate it. That was a good conversation. All of you all who are tuned in tonight, we do this every Monday night at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's 8:30 Central Standard Time, and we have topics like these. And we know if you missed the first half of the show, we talked about when mothers and daughters collide. That was a good topic. And we do this. We do other things like stewing over scripture and all those types of things. I preach on some nights. I teach on some nights. I open up the mic and let you all call in and ask questions. But this is the platform. You saw ways to support the platform. If you look in the chat there's a Cash App, there's a Zelle, and a PayPal. So if you would like to support or perhaps be a sponsor, reach out to us. If you've not gotten a copy of our book, Stuck on the Couch, do that. All right. And let's continue to grow together. A divided house cannot stand. A divided house cannot stand. And God created us to stand together. And I honestly believe that. I believe we need to work out our differences. We can fix it. I appreciate all y'all for tuning in. If you've not shared it, share it. Let somebody else jump in on the conversation. And I'm out. But remember this, all of my followers, the Stew Crew, they know what we say in closing. Dennis, appreciate you, little bro. Love you. But the world is changing. But my question for you is, why do you remain the same? Y'all have a good night, and I'll catch y'all on the
Intellectual Stew. Intellectual Stew with James Kirkland.
Powerful and provocative, prophetic and practical.
Have you ever found yourself?
Are you dating for that purpose?
Informative and
I feel
inspirational.
every bit of that. Like, I'm not trying to waste my
How you gonna do better if you don't know what better looks like? I do.
Intellectuals do.
Come on, let's talk about it with me, the mind massager.
Intellectuals